What up, y'all, and welcome back to Papyrus Motorsports Park, this time for the NRSL Digital Storm Cup Series 26 race on the schedule. 32 laps of action here, clear sunny skies today. Might just be a two-stop pit strategy kind of race today, we'll see. But on pole, by surprise, is Lane Sanders, first time in his Cup Series career. And he's joined by defending champ, likely two-time champ to be, Jonathan Zoerlein. And I'm joined in the booth by my champion co-commentator, Vince Freeze.
Yeah, man, don't jinx me. I haven't missed one yet. But no, anyway, we'll see what happens with Lane Sanders on pole. We'll see if he falls back. We know the Truck Series has a little more draft orientation. Here, it can get a little more single file spread out. What can I say, man? Jonathan Zoerlein. I mean, I know second and third are right behind, and fourth with Seth Cole in points, but this man has just been the uber consistency. He's pulling a Triple S playbook, silky smooth, pulling that playbook and doing his thing. Let's see if he can continue that today. And will we see a surprise winner? Never know.
Zoerlein won here last year. Chevy has won here in the Cup Series 3 years in a row. They won yesterday with PJ Vidal. In row 2 is Charles Sanford and Andrew Rich. Row 3, a driver we saw come close here, Alexander Rowe and Seth Cole. Row 4, Alex Ferranti and Allison Rain. And in row 5, Sumit Oskin and Kev Shearer. I'm going to go through the rest of the starting lineup. Vince, tell me who failed to make the race and who our past winners are for the Cup Series.
Yep, failed to make the race. We have Trey Smith, Logan Williams, Reggie Fogman, Jack Holton, Stephen Cologne, Roy Ribbleton, Levi McIntyre, Bradley Ream, Christian Vargas, and Blaine Saylor. And our past winners goes as follows. 2017, we had Dodge, Zach Rogers. 2018, another Dodge, John Nunn. 2019, I believe you said this was his last win. We'll have to talk about that. Cole Deaver in a Chevy.
Yes, we had mistakenly kept saying Meadowlands for a long time this year, but it was actually here at Papyrus in 2019.
We apologize, Cole. We got that corrected now. The road course says Seth Cole got done 2020 in a Chevy. And Chevy again was rolling last year. Can Chevy make it 4 in a row? Can Dodge get back? Or will someone like Toyota and Ford spoil the party? All that and more at 32 laps here at Papyrus today. Back to you.
So interesting thing here, Peter Onjak in the 37. The 37 won yesterday. He starts on the final row today. And now while RJ Bishop is not driving the one, he's got the same paint scheme as Ron did yesterday. He starts back here in the back of the field as well. As Audra, who is in the one, is mid-pack. Be interesting to see how the number game plays. Let's go trackside.
Drivers, please start your engines.
So Vince, as I mentioned there on the grid, after what we saw yesterday with the fuel strategy, the Cup cars can go just as long, especially here in the clear conditions. Do we expect everyone to make it on 2 stops, or do you think some people might pit too early and set themselves up for an extra stop here? I mean, I would think the window here will be 10 to 12 the entire race.
We'll have a mixed bag. I don't think we're going to see just straight up 2 stops. I think we could see a couple 3 stops. And I guess I'll take. Well, no, you got to take this one. This is your home place. Take this one.
Yes, sir. We are here in Massachusetts for the one time this year. It's Sanders and Zoerlein on the front row, and we are green. Flag racing from Papyrus.
Good start from Lane. A good start from Sanford. And Zoerlein, I think, for the outside line, pretty good as they go 3 wide.
Ferranti will be the first to make a 3-wide move. That'll shuffle out Andrew Rich.
4 wide back there.
Brent James dicing things up as they come down the hill for the right-hand corner here. Turn number 4. Long winding turn 4, then into the tight left-hand turn 5. So far, Lane is the leader. But Charles is right there closing up the gap. Saw Charles get his only 2 wins this year on road courses at Miller Motorsports Park in April and in the second Pukekohe race back in July.
Guess you could say that Seth Cole bringing him over to the S3 camp has definitely helped the road course program for sure.
Jeez, did you see that move by Ferranti and Zoerlein?
Yeah, they're going to pull out, but they'll file back in line.
I'll tell you what, Ferranti jerked the wheel, I think, an extra lane to the left to try and block Zoerlein. That was crazy. And here he comes, Alex Ferranti to the point. I think it was lap 30 or something. I'm already yelling. But reason to be excited because this man has never won a cup race before. And he is in his 5th season of competition now.
Yeah, it's always good. I'm not sure if he's in a hometown here or nothing, but it's always good.
Yeah, no, he's from here, from Massachusetts. He's a hometown driver right here. Is Alex Ferranti. See Brent James sticking his nose up here into top 5. Bit of a surprise. Another hometown guy up at the front. Nate Rogers in the 9. Nico Tringali, also a hometown driver. Not sure who else in the field is a hometown ringer. There's that Nesson scheme we get to see once a year out of Jesse Turner. Ace Rogers, that's another hometown guy. Yeah, not sure off the top of my head who else other than Tringali there. And there's another once a season scheme, Stop and Shop out of James Ellison. Ferranti has the edge. They are 3 wide for second. Zoerlein, Lane, and Charles. Brent James doing a good job holding his own here in the top 5 for now. But Zoerlein up to second place.
We're going to see how just the draft works here. It's not as powerful compared to the Truck Series, but it can still be powerful, especially as the run goes on. Let's watch Zoerlein. I don't know. Lane is a question mark. That tire will fall off. He could start to lose a little time. But if Sanford was behind Zoerlein, I think it'd be a little bit bigger run for sure. But they are gaining a little bit.
I see it's only really about a 2 to 3 mile an hour draft. Lane has a little bit more there, maybe 4 mile an hour draft. They get up to 205 down here into turn 1, but these cars just don't suck up as much as the trucks do. They don't create. They have too much power to create such a huge suck up like we see the trucks do.
Yeah, that's why track position and pitch strategy is everything here for the Cup Series. It's Ferranti on top of the board, I believe.
P3 for Ferranti. That's Seth Cole at the very top. Rain second and Zoerlein 4th. Those 4 drivers faster than a 1:14.7. Then Amanda Evans, Jessica Shelton, and Derek Hamill under an 8. Sanders, man, he is holding his own here, Vince. You know, I know we talk about fall off and cliffs and stuff, but these cars are not very draft dependent here compared to the trucks. So qualifying position was a big thing. It's going to take a little bit of work to fight your way through the draft. There's Cole Deaver, who has not won a race since it was here 3 years ago. Got that Corsair dual win back at Daytona beginning of the year, but no points paying win for him. Deaver with 5 wins to his career. He has the most wins out of any driver who has not won in 3 years. Next highest driver on that list is Nico Tringali with 3. Trying to see if there's anybody with 2 wins. Zach Flickinger has not won since 2018. Kukulon most recently won in, was it last year? No, I think it was 2020. Yeah, 2020 at Memphis. Quinton Moore at 2020. Jesse Turner in 2020. So those are the only two-time winners that have not won in a bit of a minute. Tell you what, Lane Sanders is doing a good job staying top 3, Vince.
Yeah, he is, man. I think it's Kev Shear looks to go 3 wide back there. Maybe it's just learning from these veterans, right? Knowing how to do it, run up front, use the patience factor. And when you run up front, you got to be patient. He's definitely playing the cards right today.
Well, and let's not forget, too, Vince, that this 31 car has been pretty trimmed out on the super speedways this year. Whether that's and that has nothing to do with Lane's driving, but it has been a trimmed out car. We saw it at Daytona. I can't remember if we saw him make the race at Talladega. Well, Talladega's at the end of the year. What am I saying? Pensacola and Armory, I cannot recall if he made those races. But this 31 car is trimmed out here today.
We saw that Pigs Creek, I think, last year in the All-Star race with Downey.
Yep.
They were fast.
Yeah, with Downey, it was assuming 31, but tire wear is something you don't see usually on super speedways, and it seems it's starting to be playing a role here for the 31 and the 48. As Sanders is being hounded by Rowe and Sanford. Zoerlein is all over Ferranti, but Zoerlein's failed move there is going to let Lane get a run and put a move on him for second here in the turn 1.
You're Jonathan Zoerlein, give up the spot. What's the point of putting yourself in a harmless position? You know you got this championship, barring miracle, on lock for sure.
Brent James also still holding inside the top 10. Lane will go back to second. Here comes Rowe and Kev Shearer. Allison Rain in the mix as well. Brent James is about to fall out of the top 10 to Jessica Shelton, but he will fight back here in the turn 4. See Zoerlein through that corner, just gained so much. You can tell Lane's tires are not that well equipped anymore. Turn 5, a tight corner to make a pass on. This is letting Ferranti pull away. If you're Ferranti here, Vince, if you can be the leader going into the pit cycle, you're looking at least an underdog shot at this thing.
Yeah, it just depends when you come in. That's the key. This is starting to get very aggressive.
Where'd
back.
Zoerlein
Allison
go?
Rain.
Oh, Zoerlein got shuffled to the top. It's going to drop him down outside of the top 5. Yeah, you got Kev, Rowe, Rain, and Andrew Rich. They are all hungry dogs right now. And I think Kev might get him here. He moves up to second.
Kept looking for that second one. He got one at Texas this year, if I'm not mistaken.
That is correct. It was at Texas. That was that very crazy strategy race. Seth Cole, despite being on top of the chart, is mired back in 16th.
Yeah, you just got to feel for Seth. This isn't just your typical road course. You got to know how to use the draft here. If this was on pure talent, pace, different story, like Road 1. But here, it's all about the draft.
I'll tell you what, Vince, when he won here in 2020, it was pure talent and skill. I think, though, you've got to have your car trimmed out for this place. And they just haven't seemed to have had it trimmed out here today. But as Kev is on the bumper of Ferranti, don't look now. Here comes Allison Rain. Remember, Rain got her first road course win last year at Sebring. Has not won on a road course since. Could be looking for road course victory numero dos here today.
Rain right now looking pretty good. It definitely has a fast, trimmed-down car, but give credit to Ferranti and Lane. They're starting to give up now, but for 9 laps, almost to the end of the fuel run, as Ferranti looks again low, they did a pretty good job.
Kev to the point. You can see Rain just carrying a little extra speed. Same with Rowe. The two Stewart-Haas cars are fast. Will Rain make a dive here into turn 5? It looks like she will make an attempt. Does a really good job, too. And Rain is going to get pushed right on by the 48. It's going to Meyer Ferranti down the 4th. Lane has a big run here, though, with Zoerlein and others. That might move Ferranti back further to 210 miles an hour here for Lane. Turbo. Look at him have to check up down to 190 into turn 1. That was a bit sketchy as Rain looks for the lead on Kev. They've really hit the cliff now. We've actually got people pitting. Henry Sanford and James Ellison are down on lap 9. Maybe trying something from the back here.
Ellison with that stop and shop, too. Can't forget that. It's nice.
So both of them pit here about, I'd say, a lap early. But trying something, I think, just mired at the back of the field. Kev Shearer might hold on for the lead here just yet.
Now the key is the pit road here, man. Do you start to wonder if you got 5, 6, 7 ahead of you, if you're 8th place, do you stay out of the extra lap if you can? Get that clean entry next time by. You want a clean pit road. Ellison and Sanford should make time as here we go.
Nate Rogers will pit late. Deaver will stay out. Amanda Evans, Priya McShane will stay out. Mason Dagger stays out. And then there's a big pack right there as everyone else pits. Got Christian Russell in here, Colt Hudson, Diego Yepes, RJ Bishop, Peter Onjak. Yo, hello? Is it yesterday again?
Fitzy?
Fitzy and Logan York up here as well. But they are a well ways behind Deaver, Evans, and McShane. Now I believe everyone that just pit should be able to make it on a 10-11-11 run. But a bit of an overcut here from Deaver and the others. You know, staying out that extra lap, Vince, as you said, could let them jump into the top 10 a bit. Having that clear pit road. But everybody took 4 there. And it looks like Lane had a bit of a longer stop. Not sure why. But 16-second stop. Allison Rain had a 17-second stop. Tringali almost 17 seconds. So some potential issues on pit road for the 10 and the 31. Which is big, terrible break for Rain. You know, we know she's had some bad luck off and on this year. Everyone else will pit this time by. That was close there with Logan York. All these drivers, you can tell where they started. Man, Amanda Evans made a lot of headway from the back of the field. I think she was top 20 there when the cycle began.
Wow.
Holy goodness gracious. I don't know where Henry Sanford pit from, but he's the leader.
He pit that lap early, 9, right?
Yeah. Yes, he did.
Wow. That was big. Where's Ellison?
Ellison's right here, too. There's Rain. Rain's got hood damage from somewhere.
Ooh, that might be pit road contact.
They fixed it. That's what that extra 2 seconds was for. That's going to hurt her. Not so much in the draft, but when she leads, that's going to hurt her. Look at how much time McShane gained. Look at Amanda Evans and Cole Deaver.
Yep,
They're right here with them with the freshest tires on the track. Henry Sanford, Henry Sanford is in the lead, but yeah, what a strategy call. Ellison was, I swear, Ellison wasn't even top 30 when he pit there with Henry, and they jumped right to the lead.
There's 2 ways to play. You go early, or you go late with that clean pit road. You make up the difference with a fresh tire gain or a clean pit road. That'll work. Somewhere in the middle doesn't work unless you're at the front.
But now they're sitting ducks. Meanwhile, RJ Bishop, who stayed out, He's at the very back. Audra Baranowskis is having a bad day. Here's Lane. He's got front-end damage too, man. So while one driver, Allison Rain, stays at the front of the field with hood damage, Lane Sanders plummeted all the way to the back. See Christian Russell back here. Ace Rogers, Peter Onjak, Diego Yepes, who stayed out that extra lap. They are all back here. Dylan Young's been having a poor day. Logan York, Colt Hudson, we saw them on the strat. Same with Mason Dagger. Seth Cole is outside of the top 20. There's Fitzy, just inside the top 20 with Andrew Rich. Zoerlein's back here out of the top 10 now. How about Derek Hamill having a good day? William Brock, top 10. Just about. So Henry has already lost the lead. Back. Give it back to Kev Shearer. Ferrati's right here in second with Rowe in third. These are not the drivers I expected to see top 5. Zach Flickinger 5th. Devers 6th. Amanda Evans 7th. Nate Rogers 8th. Ellison 9th. And Charles Sanford the top 10. And yeah, look at this. William Brock is pulling from rain, Vince. That front hood damage, that's put her out of a shot at this thing.
Yeah, it's done. I don't know about Ellison and Sanford. Can they make that two-stop work from lap 9? That's stretching. I don't know.
Ellison right now, he's got some draft. Henry's got some draft. It's going to be close. I think if they're going to make it work, Vince, they have to stretch this run to 20. You can't pit. You can't pit before lap 20 coming to 21. You got to pit lap 20 to 21. That would be 12 to go, and then they should theoretically be able to stretch it that extra 12th lap on the last run. This run, though, is 11. They'll have to go 11. If they can't go 11, there's no way they're going to go 13.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I would say if they know it's not going to work, this was all a game plan to get them at the front of the field to see what the leaders are doing. See what the leaders are doing. How are they able to qualify up front at this track? What line are they running? Learn. This is a learning experience. It's Ellison's sophomore season. He ran a ton of time in trucks. Henry with a ton of experience as well. We keep forgetting he will probably not be back to Jerky Pro next year. But this is a learning experience for them. These two, they are the future of this series, Ellison and Henry Sanford. They're going to be names to be reckoned with. How about William Brock, man? He's right here in 11th. He's got a very slim shot at this thing, but he's right there. Allison is kind of keeping up, but not really. Then you got Shelton, McShane, Oskin, Fitzy, Hamill, and many others. Fastest lap, by the way, now belongs to Peter Onchak, 1:14.047. Not really much to talk about here, Vince. We're just kind of waiting. Let's talk about the point standings.
Let's go for it.
Zoerlein came into this race with a 174-point lead over Seth Cole. Charles Sanford, 177 back. Andrew Rich, 179 back. Nate Rogers in 5th, 210 back. Then rest of the top 10 is Oskin, Dylan Young, Fitzwater, Rowe, and Allison Rain. The cutoff mark to be championship eligible, even though there's really no chance Zoerlein doesn't get this title, in my opinion. There's just really no way to gain 50 points a race. But mathematically speaking, it would be 236 for the official cut. Coming into this race, the only other driver under that was Oskin in 6th, 225 back.
Rocky and Kevin. Yeah, I think they're starting a two-car tandem away here a little bit,
Yeah.
which is nice for them.
They just pulled 2/10 on Rowe. Rowe's not getting any help from Henry because of Henry's older tires. But don't look now. Here comes Cole Deaver with his fresh tires. Him and Amanda Evans. They'll be charging forward here. Ellison's done a good job, but I think he's about to fall out of the top 10 to the 03 and 19 here. Then it's a big old gap. Fitzwater's making inroads with his fresh tires too, Vince, but I think he's too far behind to do anything with them.
Yeah, I don't know if they got the extra lap though on this next stop. When we saw yesterday, Pat Johnson and Jack James, they said, hey, we can't make it. And they pulled early. We'll see someone short pit, get a little advantage of that fresh tires, maybe get a 5 to 10 spots in the midfield or take the lead here if you're in the case of Henry Sanford.
Well, I don't know. I think even if Henry and Ellison were thinking that, which apparently they are, because Henry's coming in here on lap 17.
That's genius again.
Ellison's pitting with him. I don't think so, though, Vince. I mean, they're gonna be ahead once everyone else pits, but someone else is pitting back there. That's Keith Rich.
Okay, then. That makes it a little interesting. We have a third one.
Henry's practically not even in his box here. This is kind of dangerous. But to my point, if everyone else makes it on the second stop, you're going to finish last. You're going to take that third stop, and you are not catching the pack anyway in heck. Like, look at how far ahead Laura Chung is. You are not catching that, even if you pit at lap 25. There's no way. But now the question begs, will anyone else, for whatever random reason, pit before lap 20? Because lap 20 coming to 21, that is the window where you are going to be good to stretch at that 12th lap. 21 to 22, you are good to go. Ferrati's going to make a move on Kev now, and he's got help from Alexander Rowe.
I think
These
the one to
three
watch,
will
though, is
stay
Cole
out.
Deaver.
Yeah, Cole Deaver's got to be. Him and Amanda Evans, they've got the freshest tires up here. See, rain's a bit of a roadblock here at the high-speed portion of the track. Everyone's going to pull out on her here. William Brock has kind of fallen. We're hitting the cliff here. This is right about where the cliff is. We saw it. Everyone really starts to check up in these corners. That's where the tires really come into play. Oh, and it looks like Vince Freeze in the 12 pit that time by. So he might not. He might have to pit an extra time. So Ferranti in the lead. Rowe's going to cross him over here, looking for the spot. Remember, Rowe looked like he was going to be the one to win this race last year. Didn't happen. Zoerlein beat him out. Now, that time by, he just drove by Ferranti through the corner. But while I think Rowe's the favorite here, Vince, Cole Deaver is right there. Big thing. I'm sorry to cut you off again, but I'm going to just finish my sentence. The big thing here with Deaver, if Deaver can be right on these guys' bumper when they go to pit, he's in a great position to go that extra lap, pit, have the freshest tires, and then run to the finish.
This is where we're at our best, buddy. Strategy races. We love this. We live for this. So I understand the enthusiasm. But now Cole Deaver's under a second. He's sniffing that draft. I think this is blood in the water. Did anyone pit too? I don't think anybody in the top 10 did.
Nico Tringali pit.
Oh, yeah.
Scott Roush in the 6. See if anybody else took a bite. Brent James. Tringali's already done with his pit stop. Looks like just another 3. Those 3 are going to be trying to go 13 laps. I don't think it'll work. I think this will be the first big money stop. And Deaver, man. Deaver's not alone here. He's got to worry about Amanda Evans. She had the pace at Milano, another super speedway hybrid road course. Will anybody from the leaders pit?
Like it could be a mixed bag. I think they're staying. Yeah.
They are all staying out.
Oh, Oskin.
Oskin's going to be the first one to throw it down pit road. Seth Cole's going to come with him. Ace Rogers. Owen Miles, Adam Flickinger, Lane Sanders. Everybody else stays out. There's Henry. There's Ellison. There's the 12, the 53, the 7, the 83, the 6. I'll tell you what, Vince. Charles has been back here in the draft this entire run, but he has not challenged anybody the entire time. Now you see Deaver, and Amanda, man. They're trying to fight through these guys before they pit. Go the tough way here through the left-hander. Yeah, Deaver going to pinch Kev down, try and get a run here off the corner. Amanda's right there with him, though. Now, this could be a good move here if you prevent Kev from pitting.
Nope.
Not going to happen.
Cole should stay on an extra lap anyway. He's got the freshest tires.
I think Amanda is looking to stay out with him. Amanda's going to check up. No, Deaver's pitting.
Wow.
Amanda stays out by herself.
Rock, look at the time he made up. Nice.
Peter Onjak will stay out. Yepes will stay out. Mason Dagger. Colt Hudson. And Christian Russell.
I think it's going to be Sanford, Ellison, and Freeze. I think should be the top 3, but they got to come in again. There's no way.
Yeah, Ellison just drafting up to Henry now. Yeah, look how far back Oskin is from those two. They are gone right now. So Amanda Evans, Peter Onjak, Diego Yepes, Dagger, Hudson, and Russell, they stay out. These two might actually have a chance of gaining some track position here, Vince. I'm not certain, but it looks closer than it should be. Now, depending... Oh, Zoerlein. Zoerlein had a terrible pit stop, Vince. 25 seconds? Hello?
Maybe a damage?
Last off pit road? Hello? Potential damage for Zoerlein as here come the final pitters at 10 to go.
They'll make it for sure, no doubt.
Yeah, I'm seeing maybe some back-end damage on that 5. Yeah, he got run over. Someone ran into him. Not sure who it was. Andrew Rich is back here. He's been relegated. Oh, it's Henry and Ellison 1-2. But we know it won't last. The race leader is expected to become Ferranti once those two pit. Zach Flickinger is second. Vince Freeze is third. We expect him to pit. Kev fourth. Charles Sanford fifth. Keith Rich sixth. Where'd Deaver go? Deaver's right here. He lost some positions there on pit road. I think he should have stayed out another lap because look at this. Amanda Evans is coming out right behind him. I think the crew chief kind of screwed Deaver over here maybe. It's going to be harder to win this race now. But they've got to catch Ferranti and Flickinger first. Ellison is now the race leader. See when these two pit. I want to say they pit either next time by or at lap 25. But biggest shock here is because of this damage. Zoerlein is down in last. And I'll tell you what, with how far back he is, Vince, these two could pit and still be in front of him.
The problem would be, I think, Freeze and the guys who came in with Tringali and them. They also may be short on fuel.
Oh, that's true, too. Yep. It's going to make it interesting, though. It's going to make it interesting. How low will Zoerlein finish exactly? He's making minimum speed, so he's got no concerns there. Ellison and Henry are the 1-2 right now. Ferranti is 7 seconds behind them.
If you're Ferranti, just chill here. There's nothing really to do. Just chill and wait for them to pit, and then make your move.
Zach Flickinger is drafting up, and then Alexander Rowe is right behind him. Kev Shearer, Charles Sanford, William Brock.
Ooh, okay.
Samet Oskin's up here. Cole Deaver, Amanda Evans, Fitzwater, Tringali, and Nate Rogers. Now, I'm not sure if the 7 can make it. Somebody's pitting here, and I think it's the 12. Top 2 stay out. Vince Freeze is going to be the first one to pit.
There's Scott.
Yep, Roush going to come in with him. Now, here's another question. Do you just take 2 tires here? Save a little bit of track time?
No. I don't think so.
Here comes Zoerlein. It's going to be 4. It's going to be 4 tires for both. So that gives Zoerlein 2 spots. Now, we're acting concerned, but there's really no concern. The only other chance Zoerlein finishes this bad is Talladega next week. Unless he has a mechanical failure after mechanical failure, Indy, Springfield, Chicagoland, I don't see him losing this championship. If anything, his points lead shrinks.
And I just don't think Andrew Rich is there to capitalize either, nor is Seth Cole. Sanford is, but those other 2 are not.
Zach Flickinger got by Ferranti for 3rd. Rowe's going to go by for 4th. Henry and Ellison are still going to stay out on the racetrack.
Can't stretch it, can they? There's just no way.
They're
coming in soon.
I think what they're trying to do here maybe is stretch this as far as they can, which would be about 5 to 6 to go, and then take 2 tires and try and save some track position. Remember, they were already all the way at the back of the field when they made that first pit stop. But it looks like it's going to be between Zach Flickinger, Rowe, and Ferranti, unless William Brock has kind of come out of nowhere here. Mentioned Flickinger has not won since Dover back in 2018. We saw Rowe win the Daytona 500 this year. That's his only win of the year. Ferranti has never won. Brock has never won. Kev won back at Texas. Charles has just 2 wins this year. Oskin, 2 wins this year. Both on weird strategy plays at that. Remember at Rockingham, got lucky. Rain couldn't make it on gas somehow. Pitt gave him the win. We saw him get the All-Star win. And then Kansas with that wacky strategy with him and Andrew Rich pitting 5 laps before the leaders. There goes Henry and Ellison, and now Rowe and Flickinger are fighting for the race lead with 6 laps to go. Fastest lap on the race remains Peter Onjak. Speaking of Peter, he is 16th with some of the freshest tires on the track. Amanda Evans is in 11th still, 4 seconds back. It took that lap for her tires to warm up, Vince, and she lost the draft. Rowe takes the top spot, but it's not over. Flickinger's right here. Ferranti, Brock, Charles Sanford, Kev, and others. They're all closing. How about Fitzwater's race today? The strategy he's pulled to get up here to be a threat.
Fitzwater's strategy working out? You don't say. No, I mean he's been turning it on the last 10 races of the season though. Ever since that AD win.
Flickinger is poking the nose, but he's not there. Next 5 cars are about nose to tail. Let's see if there's a run developing here. There is. Seth Cole, Brent James, Adam Flickinger, Owen Miles, Nico Tringali, they all pit there with the 24 and the 06. They all took 4 tires.
Here comes Zoerlein.
Take a quick peek up here, see where Zoerlein is. There he is. Yeah, he is well ahead of these guys. He is now 34th. William Brock's going to put a move on Ferranti. More drivers pitting. Ace Rogers and Samet Oskin just pit.
Uh-oh.
Oskin was up here in the top 10. It just moved to 65 up to 10th.
I still think they can make it, right? That'd be surprising.
I think Oskin might have short pitted the last time, actually. I think that might be the only reason the 22 pit this time by. They both took 4 tires there as well. Lane Sanders in. We expected him to pit. They are gonna be just 3 wide for third. Brock will file in line. He doesn't lose a position out of this. Ferranti goes from 3rd to 5th. But they're all chasing Rowe and Zach Flickinger. Ford looking for their first Cup win at this track. Got the first truck win last year with Brad Lewis. It was a Stewart-Haas racing truck. Will it be a Stewart-Haas racing Cup car this time around? If it is, it's got to be Rowe. He's the only one up here out of the team.
Got to think, too, man, what can Toyota do with Brock? I mean, they almost had it yesterday in the Truck Series.
I just don't know if Brock's got enough for him. He's going to hold off Charles for 3rd here. He's got to start to find the way to get a run on the top 2 here. These two got to start fighting. If Zach Flickinger can't get to Rose inside and break up their draft, it's going to be hard for the rest of the field behind them. They've actually been pulling this time by because they've been single filed this entire lap. It'll be 3 laps to go. They're going to keep fighting it out here for 3rd on back. But Charles has no help. But he is to the inside. They lost the 10th that time by. See, Zach Flickinger just doesn't seem to have enough to make a move. Wait, there's a run here.
Oh, boy.
He's going to go to his left side. Not the preferred line here into the right-hander. He sent it, though. He's kind of even. He's kind of even. He's there. He is there, side by side. They'll be going down side by side in the turn 5.
He pull it. Ooh.
He about had him cleared. Rowe fights back. Flickinger clears him. Sanford gaining a little bit. Rowe still hanging on the quarter panel. Now tucks right back in line.
Rowe's going to have a run here.
No run from 3rd on back. Rowe will make a move again here, coming to 2 to go. Oh, but he wiggled it a bit much there. Is Flickinger clear? He is clear. And they pulled another 3/10 on the field that time by.
This reminds me of the shades of the Daytona 500. Rowe and Flickinger were protagonists at the end, and Rowe pulled out. Can he change the script, though, Flickinger, today?
You're right. You know what? You are right about that. I didn't even see that. It's been since March.
An old memory kicked in.
That's crazy. This is crazy that you just pointed that out here with 2 to go. And Flickinger looks like he's pulling away.
Thinking the flashbacks of what happened in this turn on the last lap with the tire. Don't want to do that. But Rowe, I think it's not over yet. He can have a little run here.
Rowe should have a chance at a run. Brock is back up to 3rd. Rowe's gonna have a run here.
he's got one.
Brock, not so much. Too far back. This run into turn 1, though, could decide the victor. White flag in the air. Will Flickinger break a 4-year streak? Rowe doesn't have enough to send it to his inside. Deaver's going on for Sanford for 4th.
Do if you're Rowe here. You got to tuck it in. You make the move. He's going to do it.
Here comes the move. He's going to do the same move Flickinger put on him a few laps ago.
Pinch
But
him.
can he make it stick like Flickinger did? He can't.
He's going to gain an exit.
There's the mid-corner move, though. Oh, he got tight. He got tight. That might do it. He's keeping the nose there, though. Is he going to send it? Oh, he thought of it, but he couldn't do it. He couldn't outbrake him.
Flickinger washed up a little, but he might still get a run.
William Brockman so close, yet so far in 3rd.
I think Flickinger got it because I think Rowe slid up again. That's it.
That's going to do it. For the first time in 4 years, Zach Flickinger will visit Digital Storm Cup victory lane. It'll be his 3rd career win and his 1st on a road course. He wins at Papyrus.
That was a good one, man. That was a good race, and Flickinger got his revenge from Daytona.
And you know, Zach, he kind of came out of nowhere on us in this race. We saw him there in the 2nd run. He was up there, top 5. He wasn't fighting for the lead, though. It was between Rowe, Kev, and Ferranti. And then whatever they did on that pit stop, it put him out 2nd behind Ferranti. He caught Ferranti, passed him for the lead. Rowe went right on by. Took Zach a few laps to get it going, but he got it back by the 14, and he was able to defend. And Rowe comes up just short on this track for the 2nd year in a row. William Brock gets 3rd. Charles Sanford just edges out Deaver for 4th. Kev Shearer 6th. Fitzwater 7th. Great day for him. Nate Rogers 8th. Ferranti 9th. And Amanda Evans 10th. See some notables. Peter Onjak 11th. Andrew Rich 14th. Rain still 17th despite the damage. Dylan Young 18th. Audra 24th. Zoerlein 29th with everybody that pit. Man, Henry and James, they almost got to him 3 seconds back. You see all the drivers that tried something and ended up making an extra pit stop. Sameta Oskin 32nd, Seth Cole 34th, and others. Well, we've got a couple incidents to go find, so let's get to it. So this happened on a busy pit road on the first cycle. Let's see Kev pull out to pit here. Rain's pulling out, getting ready to pit. We don't usually see this kind of contact here at this track. It's usually all on entry. But Rowe pulls out to pit, hits Rain into Kev. There's the damage. And then back here, Zoerlein's going to pull out the pit. He's slowing up. Lane Sanders has the first pit stall right in front of Zoerlein. Everyone's checking up, trying to pit here, and Lane is just not paying attention, and he runs right into Zoerlein. That's where Zoerlein got his back end damage, but they didn't opt to fix it. Or they might have fixed it on the first stop here. He might have had something else happen to him. We'll have to take another look, see if we can find what else happened. Well, here's what caused Zoerlein to spend extra time on the second stop. Here comes the 17 of Jesse Turner. Going to show Zoerlein what Nesson is all about. And crunch up his back bumper a little bit. I'd say what's shocking out of all of that is I don't think Turner got any damage from it. Yeah, he didn't. There's not a scratch on the 17. Yet it shoved the back end of the 5 in that much.
Gotta keep the sponsors happy.
Well, Zoerlein is from California, Vince, and while Turner is not from New England, Red Sox fans don't like Dodgers fans, so could have been something there. I don't know if that's who Zoerlein likes, but just pointing out. But Zoerlein was lucky that a bunch of people needed the pit. He came home 29th. And it was this guy, Zach Fleckinger, who broke a 4-year winless streak and is now a 3-time Digital Storm Cup Series winner. We'll see you guys next week for Talladega. It's going to be crazy.
Sign off, baby.